What's up guys, Chinese guy here. For this video, I want to get away from talking about the multiplayer details and talk about the Battlefield 4 campaign. Recently, DICE released a short article with some information about the single player. I have a link in the description if you guys want to check it out before watching this video. But I decided to make a video on this post because there may be some multiplayer hints in that article, and I'm here to break it down and explain it into detail for you guys. I will start off by explaining the basic plot of Battlefield 4. I currently don't have much details, but I'll try to make it as easy as possible to understand. The Battlefield 4 campaign continues 6 years later after the events of Battlefield 3's campaign. It is the year 2020 and the world is about to break out into all-out war. Tensions are rising over these 6 years after the events of Battlefield 3. The United States are partly blaming Russia for almost causing a nuclear explosion in New York. But while those two superpowers are fighting, the Chinese Admiral Chang have plans to overthrow the current Chinese government, and if he's successful, he'll have full support from the Russians because of the tension built against the US. We know the Russians will back up Admiral Chang because at the end of the 7-minute gameplay, when the phone call said the Russians will be loyal to Admiral Chang, it means they will help them in the war. And to make things worse, the US has helped in the assassination of Zheng Ji, China's future leader and voice for peace. In response to the assassination, Admiral Chang has taken his opportunity to cancel elections for a new leader and declare martial law. For those of you that doesn't know what martial law is, it is when the military temporarily controls the civilian population and the normal law is not in effect. It usually happens at a time of crisis and emergency. Because of the assassination and martial law being used, the civilian protests and clash with the police in the streets, causing turmoil and chaos. Both US and Russian naval forces stationed themselves off the coast of China, waiting for a spark to push the world into another great war. In Battlefield 4, you play as Sergeant Daniel Wrecker, a member of an elite group of soldiers known as Tombstone Squad. Currently, we don't know much information about him or have seen his face, but I have a feeling of Battlefield 4's campaign feeling like Battlefield Bad Company 2's campaign. I believe in most of Battlefield 4's missions, you will be playing as Daniel Wrecker along with the Tombstone Squad. It was explained in the paragraph the reason why Tombstone Squad was in Baku, Azerbaijan. It was to collect intelligence from a defecting Russian general, but they were discovered and had to fight their way through waves of Russian troops in order to escape. But at the end of the mission, we found out they went there for nothing because they already had an asset in China which reported back the intel. So after the fishing in Baku mission, the squad was brought back to the USS Valkyrie and it set course for Shanghai. The USS Valkyrie is a made-up ship, but according to DICE, it is in the Wasp class. I did a little research on the Wasp class. It is called the Wasp class amphibious assault ship. They are the ships that you deploy on in the Battlefield 3 at the US deployment, and the ship next to you in Angry Sea gameplay. The Wasp class assault ships usually hold helicopters and aircraft that doesn't need a long runway to take off. These ships are for the US to deploy the Marines quickly. As they arrived in Shanghai, Tombstone Squad is sent out on a covert mission into the city to extract a group of VIPs. Among the VIPs is a CIA field operative known as Laszlo Kovic, and with him is a mysterious individual that the Chinese military has been frantically searching for. We don't know who the VIPs are. I think they can be people from the American embassy or some people who had information that would benefit the United States. As I've said before, Laszlo Kovic is a CIA field operative. Not much is known about him, but he was in the Angry Sea gameplay as part of Tombstone Squad. Laszlo is also set to play a major role in the book called Battlefield 4 Countdown to War. I would say his character is kind of similar to Dmitry Dmakovsky from Battlefield 3. He also has a book about him and it's called Battlefield 3 The Russian. The mysterious individual could be Hannah, the female soldier seen in the concept art and the final few seconds of fishing in Baku. This is just speculation, but it's possible she's some sort of spying China, and maybe that's why she was traveling with the CIA agent. The Tombstone Squad manages to find them through the chaos of protesting in Shanghai. Together with Kovic, they fought their way out of Shanghai from PLA forces and back to the Valkyrie. As countless civilians flee the city, they take many of them aboard on the Valkyrie as refugees. After they all aboard the USS Valkyrie, it set course to Singapore to rendezvous with the USS Titan and the 7th US Carrier Group at their last known position. This is where the Angry Sea gameplay fits in. In that gameplay, Tombstone Squad is tasked with surveilling the remains of an attacked aircraft carrier called the Titan, and identifying who attacked it. The voice in the beginning tells us that we were going over there to doing some surveillance. I will replay it for you guys so you guys can hear it.
Clock's ticking on the Titan. I need eyes on board before she's lost forever to the deep blue. There's a number of variables at play. We don't know who attacked them or if they'll be back. Can't afford any surprises. I'll make room for any survivors.
But they got ambushed by the PLA and they had to escape the USS Titan to get back on board the USS Valkyrie. The gameplay I think takes place near Singapore, which it was said the 7th US carrier group will rendezvous with the USS Valkyrie, but instead they just find a horrible scene of fire and mayhem. I believe the PLA Navy, with or without the help of the Russian Navy, sunk the huge fleet of warships. And this is all the Battlefield 4 campaign information I can find and speculate. I don't know what will happen next, but I'm very excited for it. It seems like it could be something that could interest me. As more information comes up for the single player and the multiplayer, I'll continue to update it for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. I put a lot of time and effort into making these videos, and if it isn't too much, please leave a like and a comment down below. Also, check out my channel for other Battlefield 4 in-depth videos. I will continue to strive for being your #1 source of Battlefield 4 information and detailed analysis. Peace out, guys.